Hey guys, Eric here out at the Bethlehem Golf Club. In today's video, we're gonna talk about a super simple feel that's gonna work for you every time to compress and crush your irons. We're gonna talk about that in just a moment. We also have a special guest you're gonna see in a couple seconds. But before that, quick word from today's video sponsor. Hey guys, today I wanna talk to you about the hanger training aid. Now, I don't know if you've seen this or used this before, but it is absolutely my new favorite training aid. This hanger here creates and controls what I think is the most important part of the swing, which is the wrist angle. It snaps right on. It takes me probably 30 seconds to put on. I can put it right in my golf bag. And best of all, the main trait of a training aid that's really good is you can hit balls with it. You can actually hit balls with it. So I love this hanger training aids. I've been using it probably for the past 6 to 7 weeks in my own game. You may have seen me in videos talk about, hey, I'm really trying to get my left wrist flat at the top. Look at when I do that well, how that sits on my forearm. Now watch when I cut my wrist, how that comes off. Immediate feedback for where my wrist angle's at. I like to use this even during my takeaway. When I set it up here, I like to keep it between my arms during my takeaway, press it against my left wrist for flat left wrist at the top, press it more against. Look at when I press it against, so that shallows my shaft, that keeps my club face square to close, helps me hit from inside. So I absolutely love this. I firmly believe that this is good for every single golfer. There's no one that can have too flat of a left wrist. One of the few things that all good ball strikers have, we're trying to have. Flat left wrist, right? Super easy to use, incredible immediate feedback. With the coupon code GogornoGolf.com, it's only $59, and I can actually hit balls with it and get instant feedback. Yes, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's about as compressed as I can hit a ball, and that's the main point of this hanger. Iron compression. You're gonna absolutely love it. We'll put all the details down in the description down below. All right, guys, so special guest to my right, a man that needs no introduction, Mr. Tom Saguto. Tom Saguto, welcome to Bethlehem, PA.
Eric, it's a pleasure to be here.
Appreciate you being here with us. In today's video, we're talking about something super simple.
Exactly.
That the golfers can use to really help them hit the ball more solid, and especially like we were talking about, if they go play and they feel kind of lost with their swing or having issues, something we can all use to come back to. Mr. Saguto, what is this super simple?
Yeah, so obviously right now in your game, you're probably wondering, where's my brain? I've lost everything. The ball's going everywhere, it's not going straight. And by the way, there's no compression on the shots. Like you're not even feeling the ball collected in the center of the face. So when you're going out and playing, it's miserable.
Yeah.
And your buddies are saying, what's wrong with you?
They're kicking you out of the group.
They're kicking you out of the group. You're on the verge of being kicked out.
Yeah.
So they got your replacement lined up. But this is something that I always go back to. When you're struggling and you're not quite compressing the ball, this ridiculously simple key that I go back to is all about using your chest and thinking about your chest. We put all of our feeling right here in the center of your chest. If I focus on keeping my chest down, I'm going to find the ground with the club. I'm going to compress the golf ball. The idea is we keep the relationship to the ball throughout the swing. So remember that last video we did with the left shoulder down to mash the ball?
Yes.
We need that. We need that relationship, our spine to the ground, to compress the ball. If you ever get confused about your golf swing, and you know how people think, is my club on plane? What positions do I hit? You know that stuff?
Sure.
That drives people crazy. This answers everything. Because if I think about chest down throughout the entire golf swing, and when you think about chest down, you're thinking center of chest, always point at the ball. We use this analogy of the Iron Man suit. Like there's a light in the center of your chest, and it's projecting light down at the ball. If you kept this light shining down at the ball, so my chest, that arrow right here, always down at the ball, my club's on plane, my left shoulder's down, relationship maintained, and then when I'm swinging in the downswing, it's just as important. I keep that same chest down. Into impact, did you hear that?
I heard it.
That was a thud.
That was the ground, wasn't it?
Spank the ground, look, chest down. And so I've just taken care of the whole golf swing.
Yeah.
With this simple, super simple feel, ridiculously simple.
I've got 2 questions for you.
Sure.
The first of which, can you show us what the bad version would look like? Like what does a chest not down look like?
Yeah, so if you were to some reason lose your relationship with the ball, everything would go haywire, which is why you're watching this video, because you're lost. Yeah. So if I lost my relationship with the ball.
And Tom, I'm going to just interrupt just 1 second.
Sure.
When we're saying a relationship to the ball, right, we're talking about the distance, let's say your chest is from the ground, and like this angle of your body here.
Right, this
that fair?
angle, this exact angle,
Yeah.
yeah. Some call it the spine angle. I call it your inclination to the ground.
Inclination to
your
the ground.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we took this angle and that, let's say the distance between your chest and the ground, or this angle you got farther from the ground, if you could show us the bad version.
This would be no chest down. I start losing that
That'd be a
relationship. This
breakup.
would be an extreme, like really extreme. I've seen this.
Yeah.
It's extreme. Your club actually comes off plane and you hit a lot of different positions you don't want to hit.
Yes.
So the chest staying down, on plane, and crispy. But if I was to lose this, right, even in the downswing, how many of you right now stand up? Raise your hand. I know you're, I can see you. You do this, right? Flipping, falling back, topping. It's no wonder you can't control your ball flight. It's no wonder you're feeling miserable. So this gets you out of all that.
Yeah. And when we're talking about that light in there, right? Because we had
Right.
showed if you take your setup, in reality, when you do your turning, if we had like a literal light out of here,
Right.
of course it would go with your chest sort of up and back, right?
Sure, yeah, the light would actually point up towards the sky more, right?
So it's almost as though what you're saying is like, hey, if we were to take like the middle of your body or something, and we put a light out of that, that
Right.
would still be pointed down.
There's that relationship still. So
Yeah,
the
okay.
light would kind of move,
Yeah,
slide
yeah,
along
yeah.
my side.
Yeah, right, okay.
There it
Move
is,
to
there's
there.
the relationship.
Yes.
Plus the beauty of doing this feel with the chest pointing down is that it's super simple to remember. You don't have to think 15,000 different swing thoughts.
Yeah.
Chest down to find the ground. So, or just chest down, 2 words, chest down.
I mean, chest down to find the ground, outside of the obvious how good the rhyme is there and there, like that's a super simple thing for me to go take to the golf course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if someone's struggling with lack of compression, no divot on the ground, et cetera, et cetera.
Right, right.
And they can feel that, you said, like on the backswing and on the way through. Chest down.
Chest down, on the way through. You see that relationship still there.
Yep.
Now my chest isn't super down,
Right.
but the feel is not always real. The feel is always that light or that arrow, whatever you want to think of it as, chest down. It's always pointing to the ball.
And I think part of that point in time, if you take your setup again, and we just managed, and I want to hit a couple with that feel, and we look at the distance this chest is from the ground and this relationship, most people we would see would have this lifting. Let's do a bad example of lifting. And so if they actually get farther from the ground, take your setup again, and all we're really looking to do is stay the same distance, let's do the good one, to go from the bad example farther from the ground, just to get to here, just to neutral, they may have to feel as though their chest is actually getting closer to the ground, right? Over exaggerating a little bit.
That's a great point. If you've never done this before, you would have to go to the extreme.
Yes.
And if your game is really messed up, I would go extreme first.
Okay.
Especially when I practice. Here's how I practice it. I would do no hitting of the ball until you see what it looks like on film. And I know you talk to your viewers about this all the time. You gotta see it.
Yes.
You gotta see it. If you don't see it, then what are you doing?
Right. You don't know.
You don't
know
know.
for sure. Yeah.
And that's a common thing I'll see with amateurs, and they'll comment on my YouTube videos and they'll say, I tried this and it didn't work. And then I'll say, well, did you video yourself? Or I bet if you try to do it a little bit more, it's gonna work, because these things always work. It's basic geometry, relationship to ball.
That's right.
You have to have that relationship to hit it well. The best do that.
When you would have someone practice this, would you have them maybe, hey, let's do this, hit the turf a couple times, no ball, then slowly introduce the ball, and then like maybe slowly lengthen the swing? Type
Yeah,
of thing?
yeah, exactly that. I might even put an alignment stick or a club down as my contact point, so that the divots are always on the front side of that ball. So when you're practicing no ball, you're gonna swing really slow. So you can feel at every point in your swing where that chest is going. Like I'm talking Tai Chi golf swing.
Yeah.
We're going not like too slow, but
Yeah.
the chest is here, 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 like a 5% swing. I'm feeling constantly keeping this relationship. I'm also feeling tilt. That's the chest staying down though.
Yeah.
So I'm really feeling down. I could be feeling this if I'm one of you in the audience right now. Chest down. And coming into impact, chest staying down, impact. See the contact point?
Yep.
Through impact, relationship. Then afterwards you can relax a little bit.
Yeah.
into the fall through.
And so I just want to come in and hit 1 or 2 times with those feels. As we sort of work into this, and I'm someone who has struggled with the lifting, flat shoulder playing backswing look.
Right.
To your tilting point, something that really helps me when I feel that chest down, like you said with the tilting, is I also always feel my left knee and my left shoulder working down and forward as well along with that.
That's a really, really good example, and I'd show that again for your viewers, just so you know when you're taking a look at your swing on video, the act of your chest going down brings the left shoulder more under the chin. There's actually some space between the club, the butt of the club here, and Eric's chin. So left shoulder's down, and when you bring that left shoulder down, go back to the left shoulder going down. Left shoulder going down puts more pressure into the front leg, so you're going to feel more weight on your front side. So that's natural to see that.
I'm just going to hit a little half one here, Tom. So I feel the light staying down. For me, I'm feeling a little bit of that left shoulder, left knee down as well.
Good strike.
And so what they should feel when they do that well, outside of looking at video, like I don't know if I did it, looking at video, they should feel themselves hitting the ground better, more than before. And then similar to that, like that compression, that contact should be better. And I think this is one of those things that's fairly universal, right? It's like, it doesn't matter if you swing inside out or outside in or this or that or what your grip type is. Like this is one thing we all have to do, yeah?
Right, right. This is like the most simple way to do the golf swing.
Yeah.
If I could imagine one tip to give you for the rest of your life, I'd probably say, in some variation, chest down.
You heard it here first. Tom Saguto's most important tip. I'm sure you all watch Tom videos, but if for whatever reason you haven't seen this fine looking gentleman before, haven't watched his videos, we will put a link down in the description down below to Tom's videos. He has great videos to help you guys play better. Tom, thank you for being here with us.
Eric, thanks for having me on the show.
We'll put a card on the screen, similar style video to this. If you enjoyed it, we'll also put a card for CogornoGolf.com. As always, we'd love to see you there.